Welcome to the iCabbi driver app training video. In this video, we will show you how to log into the app, how to accept trips, and how to use the various options on the menu. Please pay close attention to this video. When you turn on the tablet, you will see the iCabbi icon located on the home screen. Tap on this icon to launch the app. Enter your pocket number followed by your PIN. You may also be asked to enter your vehicle number. If the details entered are incorrect, you will receive a notification. When all the fields have been filled out correctly, tap on Login. You must accept the displayed disclaimer and review any messages which may have been sent by the base. After logging in, you will be directed to the home screen of the iCabbi app. When you're not on a trip, this is the default screen display. Among other things, you will see your zone queue position. We will explain the various buttons in a few moments. First, let's look at how to log out or put yourself on a break. The short break button will make you unavailable. If you return from your break within 10 minutes, you will keep your queue position. After choosing this option, you will be automatically returned to the home screen where you can see that you are now unavailable. The button turns red and displays unavailable. If you wish to make yourself available again, tap on the red button. It will turn green and display available. If you take longer than 10 minutes on your break, you will lose your queue position in the zone. To log out, tap on Busy button, then tap on Log Out and confirm. This will return you to the home screen of the tablet. You must log out at the end of every shift or if you want to take a longer break. Now, let's take a look at accepting trips. There are 4 types of trips. Let's start with the first one. The words New Job on the blue screen indicates a trip being offered to the first car in the zone. Typically, these trips must be accepted and a time penalty may apply. 20 seconds are allowed to accept the trip. Otherwise, it will be offered to the next car in the zone. If you don't respond or if you refuse this trip, the system will automatically make you unavailable for the next 10 minutes. During this time, you will not be able to accept a trip. The words New Bid on the green screen indicates that this trip is offered with no obligation to accept it. A trip becomes a bid when there is no available vehicle in the zone. The system then attempts to offer the call to the closest car in the neighboring zones. When a bid is offered, you don't have to accept it, and you can decline it without penalty. On this screen, you can see the type of trip. Here, it is a bid. Also, you can see the zone in which the call is located, here in zone 333, as well as the distance between you and your customer, in this example, 3.5 kilometers. The blue trips New Job and green trips New Bid are the main types of trips which will be offered to you. You may also be offered a trip designated in advance or a follow-on job. You can refuse these trips without penalty. Let's look at those a little later. To accept a trip, tap anywhere on the blue area. Remember, you have a limited time to accept a trip. Refusing will result in a time penalty. When you have accepted the trip, the details are displayed on the screen. If there are any special notes associated with the call, they will be clearly displayed. Let's take a look at this screen in details. On the upper left, you will see the reservation time. ASAP means you should drive to the address right away. On the right, you will see the method of payment. If this is an office charge, you will see the word account clearly displayed. Underneath, you will see the customer's name, the phone number of the reservation, the type of fare, flat rate or on the meter, the pickup address, the destination, and the type of vehicle requested. If you want to communicate with the customer, use your cell phone to dial the number displayed on the screen. Due to privacy concerns, the number displayed will always be the same. If you are on a trip and you dial this number, it will put you in a direct contact with the customer. Now, let's take a look at the different buttons on the home screen. The Info button is flashing because there are some notes about this trip which are important. When this button is flashing, you should tap it to consult the notes. If you need to use the GPS to find your way to the pickup address, tap on the Option button, then on Navigation. The navigation system will appear with the address already recorded. All you have to do is tap on Go. To return to the iCabbi app, tap on the main button on the tablet, then on the iCabbi icon. When you arrive at the pickup address, tap on the Arrived button. Doing this will send your passenger a text message or an automated call letting him know that you are waiting in front of the address. When you tap on the Arrived button, the yellow POB button or Passenger on Board is displayed. When the customer enters the car, tap on the POB button. You can now go to the destination with your customer. Once again, if you need the help of the GPS, tap on Option, then Navigation, and the navigation app will open. This time, the destination address will be automatically recorded if it was entered at the time of the call. Simply tap on Go. To leave the navigation app, tap on the Back button of the tablet, or on the main button, then on iCabbi. When you arrive at the destination, tap on the Stop button. Tap Complete to complete the trip. When you have turned off your taximeter and you are sure that the trip is definitely finished. Once the trip is finished, enter the amount displayed on your taximeter. Enter only the digits without commas or periods and tap on Submit. You will now see the details of the fare and you can complete the trip with tapping on Proceed. When the trip is completed, you will be returned to the iCabbi home screen. You will be placed in the zone queue, ready for the next trip. Summing up, the navigation buttons are the following. Arrived, when you arrive at the pickup address and notify your customer that you are waiting. POB, when your passenger is on board. Stop, when you arrive at the destination. Complete, to complete the trip. Submit, after entering the amount of the trip. Proceed, to close the trip, send the information to the payment terminal, and return to the home page. Let's look at a trip. In this example, you will see how to report a no-load and how to retrieve this trip without directly interacting with the base. You will also see how to communicate with the base using predefined messages or by requesting the return of a call. Once again, when a trip is offered to you, tap anywhere on the blue area to accept it. At any time during a trip, If you need to speak with a dispatcher, tap on the option button, then on Base, where you can submit a call request or send a message. Tapping on the Request to Call button will send an instant message to an operator at the base, asking him to call you as soon as possible. You will receive a notification to confirm that your request has indeed been sent to the base. Tap on OK to hide this notification. You will then return to the active trip screen and await the call from the dispatcher. Now, let's look at simulating a no-load. When you arrive at the pickup address, tap on the Arrive button to notify your passenger that you have arrived and are waiting. If you have a problem locating your customer, dial the phone number of the reservation to call him. This number is displayed on the trip screen. Due to privacy concerns, this number is always the same. Using this number, the system will place you in direct contact with your passenger. If you are still unable to locate your passenger, you can request a no-load for this trip. To do so, tap on the Option button, then on No-Show. If you request a no-load too soon, less than 3 minutes after arrival, you will receive a notification asking you to wait the required time before reporting a no-load. When the 3 minutes have elapsed, you can then request a no-load. After your request has been sent, you will receive a notification that it has been approved by the dispatcher. Your trip will disappear from the screen, and you will return to your position in the zone. Now, let's look at another scenario. You have reported a no-load, and you are preparing to leave the pickup address when your passenger appears. But the trip has disappeared from your screen. To retrieve the trip, tap on Base, then Send Message, tap on the message Pick up last customer, and the system will return the trip for you without any interaction with the base. Now you can complete the trip normally. Let's take a look at office charges. Trips, which are charged to a company account, are not very different from ordinary trips. They simply capture more information, which allows us to properly bill our customers. When the details are displayed on the screen, observe all details carefully. There may be some notes attached to this account. They will display in the form of notifications. Read them carefully before accepting them. Also, don't forget to consult the special notes by tapping on the Info button. With office charges, you will notice that the method of payment is account. The customer's name is displayed immediately above. If it's a flat rate, you will see the amount with the word fixed in brackets. When you arrive at the pickup address, tap on the Arrived button to notify your passenger that you have arrived and are waiting for him. When you finish an office charge trip, if this is a flat rate, the amount will be displayed and recorded automatically. You might be asked for additional information, such as the customer's signature. If a signature is required, the screen will automatically rotate to landscape mode so that the customers can sign directly on the tablet. After the customer has signed, tap on the Finish button and confirm that the trip is completed. It may happen that you are offered a follow-on trip while you are currently on an active trip. This situation can arise when a new trip is set to begin near the destination address of the current customer on board, and when there are no other drivers available in this zone. In these examples, we will show you how to update the destination of a trip and how to accept a follow-on trip, as well as how to place yourself on break at the end of your trip. Once again, tap on the blue area to accept the trip. During a trip, when the Passenger on Board button has been tapped and you are close to the zone which contains the customer's destination, the orange STC button for Soon to Clear will be displayed. If you tap on this button, the system may automatically assign you a follow-on trip. If your passenger did not supply his destination when he called, you can update his destination by choosing the zone in which your customers will leave the taxi. When you enter the destination zone, you will then be able to tap on this button. When you are offered a follow-on trip, a blue screen is displayed with the notice Follow-on Trip. Once again, tap anywhere in the blue area to accept it. Once you have accepted the trip, it is queued automatically and you will receive a confirmation message. As soon as you complete the current trip, the details of the follow-on trip will display on the screen and you can begin the new trip. If you are on a trip and you want to take a break after the trip, tap on the Option button, then Short Break. When your active trip is completed, the system will automatically place you on break. Every time a customer enters your taxi on the street, if he is not associated with a call on your tablet, a trip will automatically be displayed on the screen as soon as you start the taxi meter. Simply follow the same procedure as with a regular trip. From time to time, you may receive trips with several pickups and drop-off locations. When you receive such a trip, you will be notified with a message which you should accept. To view all the details of this multi-passenger trip, tap on the Info button and you will be able to consult the different pickup and drop-off locations, as well as other important details concerning each passenger. When you arrive at the first pickup address, tap on Arrived, then POB. But you will notice that the button does not turn into Stop. This means you have a second passenger to pick up. Instead, the button displays Arrived. You should therefore wait until you arrive at your second pickup location to tap on this button, and so notify your second passenger that you have arrived. Repeat this operation as many times as you have customers to pick up. Once you have picked up and dropped off all your customers, the button will turn into Stop, allowing you to report your arrival at the destination and turn off your taxi meter. Complete your trip in the usual manner. Now, let's take a look at the remaining options available on the home screen. On the upper left of the screen, you will see the Bids button. When this button is flashing, it means new trips are available. The trips are regrouped by zones. In this example, 2 calls are available in zone 445. You can tap on one of these zones to request a bid. If you refuse a bid, you will not be penalized. On the upper right, tapping on the Zones button will display the zones in which there are drivers or available trips. The first 5 zones displayed on the list are the closest zones from your position, and if a zone does not appear on the list, this means there are no drivers and no trips available in this zone. For each zone, you can view the number of active drivers as well as the number of available or active trips in the zone. In this example, there is one driver in zone 712 and one in zone 956. One call is actually waiting in zone 590. If you want more details, tap on each zone. Let's return to the home screen. As we explained earlier, all communications with the base must take place using the base button. Tapping on this button provides you two options. The first one is Request to Call, which allows you to notify the dispatcher that you need him to call you. A message will inform you of your position in the phone queue. It is important that you use this option for all your communications with the base. In this way, the phone lines remains free so we can provide better service to our customers. Tapping on the Send Message button will send a text message to the dispatcher. As we saw earlier, some of these messages trigger automatic system actions with no human intervention in the base. For example, when you tap on the Call Request button, your request is placed in a queue. After you've made this request, if you find no longer need to communicate with the base, tap on Send Message, then Cancel Request to Call. This automatically cancels your request. In certain situations, it is also possible to write personal messages. To do this, tap on Send Message, then Send Custom Text. When you have finished composing your message, tap on the back button to hide the keyboard, then on OK to send your message. After your message has been sent, you will be returned to the home screen. To the right of the base button, you will see the Bookings button. By using the My Jobs button, you can view trips which have been assigned to you in advance, or a history of your trips by tapping on Previous Bookings. Office charge trips are displayed in green. Display the details of a trip by selecting it. You can view the pickup and destination addresses as well as the amount received or to be received in the case of an office charge. To the right of the Bookings button, you will see the Messages button. Tapping on this button allows you to view all the messages which were sent to you throughout the day, or the week, or last month. If some messages have not yet been read, the number will be displayed in parentheses. Let's return to the home screen. The Panic button is on the lower left of the screen. To activate it, tap on it rapidly 3 times. When the Panic button has been activated, you will see a small star displayed on the upper right of the word. This sends a message directly to the base, advising them that you need emergency assistance. To cancel the activation of the Panic button, repeat the same operation, that is, tap on the button rapidly 3 times. You will be asked to enter your PIN to confirm the cancellation of the Panic button. Be aware, use the Panic button only if you are in danger. Abusing this option might be subject to major penalty. The Menu button is located at the very bottom of the screen Here, you will find most of the options on the main screen. You will also find some more specific options here, such as the Settings button. This allows you to change the brightness of the screen, change the orientation of the image, tapping on Flip App, or if you want to increase or decrease the font size. Finally, if you are having difficulties with your GPS, tapping on Clear GPS might fix your problem. Thank you for participating in this demo. For further information, please contact technical support at 514-273-5870.